Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dishing with Diamonds. I'm so excited to be back with you all. And I love this time because we have an opportunity to learn from one another. And this week is absolutely no exception. Before I introduce our special guest, I would like to just get our disclaimer out there and let you guys know that we by no means are making any health claims, cure claims, treatment claims, or financial claims. We're simply sharing our journey to the destination of diamond with this amazing company, Plexus Worldwide. And I have the pleasure, well, let me first tell you, my name is Rainey Anderson, and I do have the privilege of being a diamond ambassador with Plexus. But more importantly, we have a very special person with us today. Leslie Kyle is a diamond ambassador with our company. She's been with our company for, what, 5 years?
Almost 6 years.
Oh my goodness. So 6 years, you guys. She is a wealth of knowledge. She's got some history to share with us, some wisdom. And this is what I know. By the end of our time together, you're going to fall in love with her. You're going to be able to take some practices and apply them to your business and become better representatives of Plexus, of yourself, and we're just going to grow together. So let's get into it. Leslie, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, but I have to correct you. My name is Leslie Armstrong.
That's right. Girl, okay, and I'm
married. Nobody
right. Of course you are. And you know what? Okay. I connect with you on that because so many times people have called me by my old last name.
It's so hard.
It is. And
it's hard to transition whenever somebody's known you, especially in this business for so many years, by one name. And that's why, like on Facebook, I still have my other name in there, and I'll leave it for a while, but I'm trying to transition everybody. But yeah.
So yeah, I'm so sorry. This is Leslie Armstrong. So ignore what I said before. I don't even know who Leslie Kyle is. So she's not even existing. No. So Leslie Armstrong.
So funny.
She lives in Louisiana, and really she's just all things amazing. And y'all are about to hear why.
Well, thank you. Now you made me nervous.
No, not at all. So we're just going to get into the questions. How does that sound?
That's good.
Okay. So will you take a minute and describe your life before Plexus?
Oh, Rainey, before Plexus. Okay, so I was 42 years old, and just to go ahead and make this long story short, I had moved back in with my mother. So yes, it was just, I had a full-time job. I was doing okay. It was just that it's hard. It's hard to live on your own financially, I guess. And so the struggle was there, and I just moved back in with my mom, and that wasn't real cool or anything, and I didn't like it. It was hard, but that's where I was. Yeah.
But that's life, right? I mean,
yes,
it doesn't always go as planned. We don't necessarily see ourselves in our 40s moving back in with our parents. No. But the reality is that can happen, and
sometimes it happens.
But there's lessons to be learned in that.
Yes.
So you moved in with mom. How did you get introduced to Plexus?
So what I did before Plexus, I was a human resources person for a construction company. We were very seasonal. So probably about 8 months out of the year, I didn't have a whole lot to do, and I played on Facebook all day, every day in the office, at work, and just, as I was scrolling through Facebook one day, I came across a post from this girl that used to babysit my kids whenever they were little, and she said something about Plexus. Now, remember, I've been at this desk job for about 4 years at this point, and I was fat. Like, I'd gained 20 pounds. Yeah, so, and I was just really kind of bored, too. But anyway, So she said something about losing weight, and I was like, oh, I need to lose some weight. So I had her connect me with Allison Bro. That's this girl did not do Plexus. She never has, even since then. So she was really just a connector. I know. And I've thanked her so many times. I'm like, you don't even understand like how much you've changed my life. Just by that one post on, I just got goosebumps all over my whole body. Thinking about that.
Is she an active connector? Is she still?
No.
Okay.
No, not that I'm aware of anyway. In fact, I don't think I even see her things on Facebook anymore, like her posts or anything like that. But just I had not been friends with her on Facebook for very long at that time either. Okay. But let me just give you a little bit more. Yeah. Like, I was actually at a point in my life where, like I said, I had moved back in with my mom. So what I was going to do was pick up a second job. And I've done that a lot in the past, where I bartended a lot. That's really fast, quick money, and you don't have to work a lot of hours to make the money, So I was actually looking at having to supplement my income like that. And then whenever, Plexus came into my life and I realized I could make some money also, plus, lose weight, I'm like, woohoo, yes, we're going to try this. Took me 2 months to sign up, but I finally did. And let me tell you why, because I didn't have the money. Like, I literally had to borrow the money to get started. So,
so what I love is that, that you were open to the opportunity, that that it still took you a couple of months to sign up. I always tell people it took me 6 months to sign up, because I literally thought, this is really old for those of you that have tuned in, because I think y'all hear this almost every week, but I thought that Plexus was Jen Hawkins' family's business.
Oh.
Yeah, because all these moms at my daughter's school were looking for something better, and I just wanted in on it. Like, I didn't ask, nobody, and lesson learned. Like, Jen and I have laughed about it, and she said, I just assumed all y'all didn't need an opportunity, so it took a while before we ever realized that it was a marketing.
That's a good point right there.
And so
yeah, I just want to say that real quick. So listen to what she actually just said, that Jen, she prejudged, and she didn't realize that y'all may need that opportunity. I've done that. I think we've all done that. And I think that's one of the great lessons, is that we should, none of us ever prejudge somebody, that we may have in the back of our mind, just because we think they may not, need it or want it. That's not for us to decide.
Absolutely. I heard somebody once say, don't approach people that you think need the money. Think about people who like money.
Right.
Want
money. Successful people.
Yeah, absolutely. Because so many times people have said, this person's going to be a rock star. They're, they moved in with their mom. They're a single mom. Whatever it is. But I've also said, and I said this to Jen at Pool last week when we interviewed, I said, there's a saying that most people won't play an active role in their own rescue. And that's just the reality, that most people,
that's good.
People like to live as volunteer victims, because that's what they know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So anyways, so you were introduced.
Mm-hmm. And look, I had not tried the products. Okay. We got to go back a little bit, because this was so back in the very beginning. This was in, this would have been, so Allison started in April of 2011. Okay. And I didn't sign up until July of 2011. So she really didn't know a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like, she knew, but she was still learning as well. So whenever she was telling me, like what I needed to buy and all of this stuff, I'm like, I don't have, $199. Like, where am I going to get that? Mm-hmm. We didn't know really that there was other options much at that point. But anyway, so I actually went into this blind and just, I watched her post and pretty much stalked her for a while and asked some questions and stuff. But I just knew that with the way that the products were, what they claimed that they did was exactly what I needed, because I was seriously addicted to sugar and carbs. Those are my two things right there. And if y'all see me drinking the Chick-fil-A, it's actually unsweet tea. So don't be mad at me.
Disclaimer, right?
Yes. But anyway, so I signed up without ever having tried the products at all.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Because I just felt like I just really thought that they were going to, work for me. And luckily they did.
She was able to validate it to you, and you built some kind of trust with her.
Yes.
Via social media and a couple conversations, it sounds like.
Yes, because I didn't know her. I had never met her. I was just connected through my old babysitter. Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that so much. I love those type of connections, because so many times we think we have to know the person. I think it's what you do with that relation. Everyone starts off as strangers.
That's right.
At the end of the day. So, okay, you decide to sign on. So 2 months it took you to sign on. So talk to me about your journey. What did that look like?
Okay, well, first of all, so while I was, struggling with the idea of how I'm going to get the money to do this, I had talked to I talked to my cousin Angie Harrell, and this is so funny because Angie and I don't know if anybody knows anything about Louisiana, but North Louisiana and South Louisiana are two entirely different places in the state. Okay, we live differently. Like our whole lives are just real different, North and South Louisiana. Well, she's from North Louisiana. I'm from South Louisiana, and we were cousins, but we never really interacted like our whole lives. Like I would see her, gosh, maybe a couple of times throughout my lifetime, but I always knew who she was. But anyway, so Facebook came around and we connected on Facebook. But anyway, so somehow I ended up telling her about this thing I was thinking about, Plexus or whatever, and she signed up. She was like, hey, she's like, do you mind if I sign up under your friend Allison? Because I really think I want to do this. And look, she was struggling too, y'all. Like it was serious for her too. And I said, not knowing anything about multi-level marketing, I'm like, sure, go ahead.
Right.
So that's the first mistake. Don't hesitate, because she ended up like being an Emerald ambassador within like 8 months of signing up. So she went really, really, really quick. That could have been like my number one leg, but I just gave away. But I didn't know, and we didn't, like Allison didn't really get all of that either, I don't think. She's like, yeah, she can sign up under me and then you can sign up under her, and that's just how we did it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
that's crazy. So you signed up under Angie then?
Under Angie.
Okay.
Yeah. So Allison isn't actually my direct sponsor because of that, because Angie signed up between us.
I see. Okay. And Angie's a diamond, right?
She is.
Okay. I'm making sure that I've got that whole connection there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you joined. What does your journey look like as far as, and again, because I know you've been with the company for 6 years, you don't have to go step by step.
Yeah.
But how long did it take you to get to diamond or even emerald? I know it was a different laying of the ground, Yeah. It's not like, okay, and in 2 months we were this. Like there was some history there. There was some validating we had to do on the products. But I think it's great for our people to hear.
That's good that you said that you said it like that, because that's true, because we were really introducing, pretty much the world to these products at that time, or whatever, however you want to say that, because they were super new. And I can't even remember. There may have been like 5,000 or 6,000 people in the company whenever I joined. There wasn't many. Like it was just very small still. But so it is hard. And that was one thing that I learned real quick. Was that if you live in a small town, because there was a lot of people like, oh no, my town's too small, we've already got somebody who's selling Plexus here. And I'm like, but that's what you need. You need more than one person in your town talking about this stuff, because it validates it. And if she likes it and she likes it, and then I always kind of related it to driving a car. Whenever you see somebody driving, a car, and there's 10 of them on the highway or whatever, you're like, oh, well, maybe that's a good car if 10 people, likes the car, that kind of thing. But so it was a little bit of a struggle at first, but actually, I'm going to take that back, because it kind of wasn't, because I lost the weight pretty quick. So, I did wait about a week before I started telling anybody about it, but I lost like 6 pounds in that first week, and that was with just the slim, because I didn't take any of the other stuff at that time. But anyway, so I think it took me probably about, I don't know, maybe 3 months to hit silver.
Okay.
So, and then I got motivated, because I was like, oh, okay, because I really just didn't understand what was going on. But to hit Emerald, I think I made it to Emerald. It was in 2013. I believe it was in April 2013. So that was almost 2 years.
Awesome.
Yeah, almost 2 years. And then Sapphire came in July of 2013, and Diamond was July. Yeah, the next month. It was like boom, boom, boom. So 2013 was a great year. Like it was so much fun, so much going on, and our first trip to Maui, it was just like a lot of first things. It was so exciting.
That's so much fun. April of 2013 is the month I joined.
Yes, I know that. I remember that because I watched your interview with Jennifer. So it was like, oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
So we were all just turning diamond at that point.
Yes.
And we didn't have, here's the thing. When I first started, we didn't have a sapphire level for one thing.
Okay.
We had a couple of, I think we had a couple of emeralds maybe. I know Sheila was, I think.
Okay.
But anyway, so there was like a handful of emeralds. So to see beyond emerald, it wasn't in my vision. Like I didn't see beyond emerald. I knew that I needed to get there. That's where I wanted to be. That's what I was working toward. But anything further than that, I had no clue what was going to happen. Then all of a sudden it was like, oh, and then there's sapphire. And then I was like, oh my God. Yeah.
That's so much fun. Yeah. I mean, and I think, you say it so well that it was kind of like there was this cluelessness, right? Because like, yes. And I think I had heard at one point that they created that sapphire position down the road, but even
I think in 2012 they added that. I think.
Okay.
It has been,
yeah, I still just think it's interesting because even in 2013, we didn't know what that necessarily looked like, what sapphire looked like, what diamond looked like, because we didn't have all this fancy media at our fingertips.
No.
Not the training, not the compensation chart as we know it, not the average, released.
Yeah, we had no idea like what the yearly average income was. I knew from talking to people what they were making as an emerald.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard a rumor about what Sheila was making as a diamond. I'm like, that's not true, because it was just like, oh, really? And then it was true. It's like, dang, okay.
It's pretty life-changing, but what I love about our opportunity beyond the life-changing money is the opportunity that you are handsomely rewarded no matter your rank. Your return on investment is achievable in this business, but literally like when you think about silver and the fact that you can bring in an extra $5,000 a year,
crazy,
sharing with a few people, really.
Yeah.
Incredible in my opinion.
That was actually my goal, was just to, earn an extra $500 a month. So like I would have been happy with that. And then to 6 months later be, I think I was probably making around the same amount of money that I was with my job. Good thing, because I got laid off. So I started Plexus in July of 2011, and I got laid off from my job December 30th of 2011. Yeah. So at that point, I was making enough money that I've never worked again since then, except Plexus. Like I didn't even.
Sorry.
It's fine. I didn't even think for 1 minute about going to find another job, because I saw it building and what was happening. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna just do this.
Well, I love God's perfect timing in all this, and it's the fact that you said yes, and you had the connector, and she can do the Allison. I mean, it's just, again, perfect timing and a brave yes. I tell people often, this was the best yes, one of the best yeses of my life.
Mm-hmm.
That truly did change the trajectory. So we know in this business. Oh, go ahead.
I don't think that I knew. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know that it was going to even be this. You know what I mean? Like,
I had hopes, like I said, my sponsor is Celeste, and, we know Celeste now as, double diamond ambassador, phenomenon in herself. But really she was able to validate this business for me as a gold ambassador. And I tell people that's huge. She had as much passion as a gold ambassador that this mama who turned down a 6-figure-a-year job to do Plexus. This wasn't just okay, I'm going to throw my hat in this ring. I mean, I left an opportunity over here because I felt like there was something more for me, meaning a balance of life, still being able to earn an income. I didn't know what that looked like.
Yeah.
But the fact that I was willing to not listen over here, then to have this opportunity present itself, and she was able to convince me because of her passion, not because of any hoodooery or anything else, but that she genuinely was like, we can do this.
Yeah.
We didn't know what this was, though. We didn't know it was this.
Yes.
We just knew we could do something with it.
Well, y'all came in at a really good time too, though, because there was a lot of momentum at the time, and I mean, and there still is, but there was just like a lot of first things happening, you know. So yeah, you could see kind of where you could go at that point, and that had to have been hugely, you know, motivational for you. Just
absolutely. Well, and our product line was still very much being developed. Like the backbone, of course, was Slim and Accelerator, but then we started learning about the benefits of the BioCleanse and probiotic, and X Factor hadn't even been released yet. I mean, it released until later in 2015. Like,
I think we had just gotten, we just got the Ease because, we just got Ease because that was, we got samples of that on the cruise that we did in October. That was Leaders Retreat, October of 2012. It was a cruise to Mexico. Okay. So that was our first our first new product to come since, I think, after I joined. I think. Wow. Oh my gosh, I'd have to think about all
I know the history, right? I mean,
because I forget, like, as we go. Yeah.
For me, it's been 4 years as of last month, and even my history, sometimes I'm like, wait, was that then or was that yesterday? You know, but that's Post-it notes everywhere to remind myself. So we know this business brings its ups and downs. How do you stay motivated?
Basically just by this kind of stuff, Rainey. I mean, it's just staying connected with people, I think, you know, and I don't think that it takes a whole lot to stay motivated because it just feels good to do this. Like, I don't even know how to say that. So, and then Plexus has a way of releasing things or having an event at just the right time. Mm-hmm. You know, like we're kind of getting a little bit in a slump, I feel like, and then boom, now this year we have the big reveal.
Right, that's cool.
It's like, what's going on? We don't even know what this is yet. You know, but I mean, it's like just in time because we start going into like a little slump, I think.
It's like life though, right? I mean, it's life.
Yes.
We can't really ride the wave in anything we do.
Yeah, everything.
Relationships, not your job, not even, honestly, your spiritual life. Let's be honest. You know, everyone has their ebbs and flows, you know, because I think when we're in and I don't know, would that be a downturn? It makes you appreciate the upturns that much more. You know, somebody likened this journey to a roller coaster. And what I like about this being a roller coaster is the reality of, yes, there's ups and downs, but unlike gravity, where what goes up must come down, there's no guarantee it's going to go back up again.
Right.
Stay on the roller coaster. You may go down, but you're going to go back up.
Yes.
The roller coaster has to go back up.
You have to go back up. I have had many ups and downs. Like, you know, I mean, like you said, with any business, it's not just this, but, you know, I mean, your points are up here and then sometimes your points are here and you go, you know, and I happen to be on the way back up point wise because I've lost a lot. So I'm kind of on the way back up and that's, you know, exciting me again. It's getting me, you know, moving more. But yeah, I think, like I was saying, that Plexus I think they know this. They've been doing this for a long time. They know when we need something.
That's awesome.
And they have it kind of all planned out.
I think you're super.
So that keeps us motivated for sure.
I love that. Well, I think that's a perfect answer. So do you happen to have a motivational phrase or something that you lean on? If you don't, it's cool.
I really don't. Like, I can't think. Now, when we hang up or when we get off this call or probably at 3 a.m., I'm like, why did I say that?
Well, you know how to get
like, look, this is what I should have said. But I can't,
That's okay. No worries at all. So do you have a few business tips you can share with the group?
Business tips. Oh my gosh. I think the biggest thing is, especially whenever you're first getting started, don't wait. Don't wait until you think you're going to lose 20 pounds or until you've got like 20 team members or whatever. I think that the best thing for you to do is just to jump in and get started immediately.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I know that for me, I said I waited a week, you know, before I announced what I was doing. I think a week is fine, but I do tell people don't wait. Like, why are you waiting? You know, but so that's the biggest thing to me is to just jump right in, like just do it. And I'm going to tell you why, another reason why that I feel like that is because I can sometimes talk myself out of something. Like I get scared and then it's like I overthink it and it's too much and then I won't get started. So that's one of my other reasons for doing that. But so that's one.
Okay.
Stay connected to things like this. I think if you have a lot of people coming into your life via these videos or whatever, just to help you stay motivated and to give you great tips or whatever it is that you get from them. Yeah. So stay connected. And think of another one real quick. I think that, I don't know. I think for me, it's just like stay connected to your team, because there was a time, like I have someone who is just like a major rock star on my team. And I felt like that I really didn't need to really work with her team much because she had it under control. And I think that was a really big mistake for me because I lost the connection with them. Now I'm friends with all of them, but you know, it's not like, I don't know. I guess I just felt like they didn't need me.
Sure.
But so, yeah. But so don't ever think that like you have something that you have to offer to them and they want it. So, and we've had those conversations since. And so I'm like, okay. I just thought y'all were good, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So stay connected and don't let that happen.
I love that. And, you know, and I think that what you said was so wise because you shed light on the fact that everybody brings value. You know,
yes,
I may be really good at putting together appetizers, but you may be better at putting together the main course. Well, that doesn't mean the appetizers are not needed.
Right.
Right. You know, and so
we need the appetizers.
We do need
that. Is such a great analogy. I love that. I'm going to use that. Yes.
Please do. You know, thank you. That's awesome. I just kind of winged that one. I was like, how am I going to bring this all together?
Doesn't it just make you feel so good whenever you come up with something? You're like, oh, that's pretty good.
Because the other 99% of the time, there's a bunch of just things that don't connect or make sense that come out of my mouth. So I was, especially since we're recording.
Yay! Unfortunately, I wing a lot of it, so it's always hit or miss with me too.
Yeah, good. I see. I knew I liked you so much. So you've been with the business for about 6 years. How many people about? So you've heard me say I laugh that I asked this question because I don't even know that I could answer this question accurately. It's always an about number. So do you know about how many you've sponsored in the business directly?
Yeah, probably. Now it isn't about number two because I can't think. I don't know if I've even looked at it, but I mean, probably about 40, 45, maybe 50 people. Like it's in between 40 and 50, I would think. So I feel like I'll look at some people and that's a really low number. And then I'll look at others and it's pretty high. It's just like, it is what it is.
It is what it is. But what I love about this and hearing that is that you don't have to have a lot, you know, and 45 to some people probably is like, what did you just say? Did you say 45?
How am I going to find 45 people?
But that's over time. That's over 6 years.
Yes.
The people I'm talking to today are very different than the people I was talking to 4 years ago. But the fact that you know, this really is about, to me, quality.
Yes.
And you don't know who that's going to be. The people that you think you're going to be your rock stars are your fly-by-nights. And
I've had so many of those. I'm just like, oh, but I had such high hopes. And
well, because I think we see the potential in everybody. That's the beauty of what we do is that we are motivators. You know, we're true. It's our job to look at what people are capable of.
Yes.
To believe in people. So out of that 40 or 45, 50 people, how many would you say are still active in the business?
I think right now I have about 17 active level ones. Is that what you're talking about, my level ones?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I have about 17 that are active. Now that's not, you know, like some of them are newer. Some of them have been there for the whole time. And so it just kind of, they come and go.
They're doing something on some level. They're buying the products or they're building a business, but they're
I have a lot of wholesalers.
That's perfect. So what is a lesson that you've learned on your journey to Diamond?
A lesson that I've learned.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, I think the biggest thing is not to compare myself to what other people are doing or to others, because, you know, they do. That is one little quote, comparison is the thief of joy. And that's so true, because if you sit there and you're like, well, Leslie's diamond, she was diamond in 2 years, or so-and-so was diamond in 8 months. Well, then, and you're sitting there and it's 3 years later and you're not, you know, emerald yet, or you're not sapphire yet. You know, I just think that we're all on our own journey, and it happens at different times and for different reasons. And I don't know the reason, you know. I think that comes from a higher place than where we are, to know why this happens for some of us and for others, you know.
You know, I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah.
You know, and I think part of the reason why may be that we're all just conditioned differently, just kind of like exercise, right? Like,
yeah,
I may be a marathon runner and you may not be, but that doesn't mean that you can't train for the marathon and actually beat my time the day of the race. Because with determination, and, you know, each of us enter this differently. You may have a stronger social network than I do. You may know more people. Just at the end of the day, you may have more people to talk to, but that doesn't mean I can't go out and meet people. I may just work a little harder.
Or you might, you know, get 5 really good people, where I had to get 50 to get, you know, there's just no, like, you can't compare. You can't compare our journeys or what we've done, or you can, you know, learn from it and listen and take away some things from it. But yeah, comparison is not what
and I think you said your quote, comparison's the thief of joy. I think that's perfect. You answered it without realizing.
Without knowing, yeah. So maybe I can sleep tonight.
Yep, absolutely. So last fun question. So we've all seen the compensation average chart out there, and we know that there's financial blessings, especially as we obtain the jewel level, but more specifically the diamond level. So could you share with our group something fun or something meaningful that you've been able to do since becoming a diamond ambassador?
Okay, this is the part that usually makes me cry. So I'm going to try not to cry, because, I mean, I'm going to stay with the fun aspect, I think. But first of all, on a more serious note, I have been able to put both my daughters through college, pay for that in cash, pay for, you know, some living expenses in their cars, and just made things a lot easier for them. That's the part that always makes me want to just lose my mind and cry.
That's huge. I mean, Leslie, you went from moving in with your mama, being able to pay for your children's, not just your girls' education. That's huge.
Because they were struggling, because they were having to pay for it themselves. I mean, they still work for it full time. Like, I didn't just say, oh, here's all this money, you know, just go live the life of Riley. I didn't do that. So they still worked full time, and, you know, they had responsibilities and they lived on their own. So to do that, they needed to make the money to do that. But I did help a lot. I helped a lot more. I helped, let's just say, more than I would have ever, because I wouldn't have been able to help them. They could have lived with me and would have had a place to live, but well, with me and my mama.
Don't forget mama.
Yeah, don't forget my mama. But other than that, yeah, so that was huge. I mean, you know, it took them a little longer to get out of school, because I think they were in their early 20s whenever I started this, but they're both finished now. Thank goodness. So we have them on their way.
That's like a pay raise.
Paying for the car for the youngest one, because she just finished. So there's a process where you have to kind of wean them off of that. But and let me tell you something. Another thing that always was like a really big deal to me. And this was going to be my fun one, but it's not, because I think it makes me emotional too. But so, like, I always, like, my entire life, I wanted braces so bad for my teeth, because I had, you know, like, these really crooked teeth, and it was a big deal. Like, it stills your confidence, and, you know, just a big deal. So whenever I finally got the money to do that, because, I mean, it cost me a lot of money to get all the work done before you can get the braces, and then to get the braces, I mean, and to pay for all of that, like dental insurance, I didn't have any. So, and, you know, just that kind of thing, like, that was a big deal to me. So that was a big chunk of money that went into that stuff.
Well, and you have a beautiful smile.
Thank you. It's
And
much better. And I appreciate it. Look, because, you know, that's another thing, real quick, that Plexus has done. It's like, you get so much, like, outside of your comfort zone doing things like this. Like, I never thought I would be able to, God, do Super Saturday, lead Super Saturday, or any of these opportunity meetings or things like that. Like, I didn't have the confidence to do that. And that was one of the reasons, was because, you know, like, people look at your mouth.
sure.
I am a teeth stalker. Like, I am. I've got like this thing about people's teeth. And I know it's because, you know, yours are beautiful.
You're sweet.
But that's part of it, is because, you know, it's something that you always wanted or whatever. So I've been really grateful to be able to have done that for myself. So I think that was like my favorite splurge, I guess.
Well, you know, I love that.
I stall myself all the time. Like,
well, I know. I've seen your clothes.
yeah. I am not a stranger to spending the money like I did. But, yeah.
So you're just precious. And what I love about what you were able to do, not only for your girls, but for yourself, to me, you know, and we've heard how important it is to be in alignment. And if we are promoting ourselves as the health and happiness company, that encompasses all areas of our life. And you weren't happy with your teeth.
Right.
Because of the opportunity with Plexus, you were able to change that for yourself and create more confidence for yourself through, and your image, you know, because like you said, that was something that you were happy.
Yeah.
So I just think that that's precious. And what I know about you is that you're genuine and sincere, and you're wise, and you bring so much value to our company and to the people that you serve through this amazing opportunity.
You made me cry.
But no, and you know, you've been such a blessing to me, because I've gleaned so much wisdom from you over the years, and we've had some fun and laughs.
Lots of fun.
You know, huge, sincere talks. And, you know, I just want to say thank you for sharing your time and pouring into probably at least hundreds. I'll go there. You know, I was about to say thousands, but
I'm glad you didn't say that at the beginning. I still get stage fright.
But no, you did it. You are amazing. And I really just appreciate you sharing from your heart. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm actually honored that you asked me to do this, and I've had a great time talking to you today. And I hope that, you know, that some people can take away some good lessons from this.
Well, I know they will. Many people will. And, you know, I would be remiss if I didn't thank those of you that took your time out today to share with us, to pour into yourselves, really, because at the end of the day, our journey is all about self-development.
Yeah.
So until next time, we just wish you the very best. We encourage you to tune in to the big reveal, which by the time this gets posted, it will have already happened. And so what my prayer is that you continue to grow in your businesses, and more importantly, or equally importantly, grow yourselves, you know, because that really is, you know, a huge component of what we do. So thank you guys, and as always, go Plexus.